And we're off. It is 7 o'clock at Hyer Family Park, and the 2024 campaign is underway. I'm Doug Polietz, and I'm thrilled to death to bring you another year of Jesuit Tigers baseball. This is the 2024 version of Miguel Menendez's Jesuit Tigers.
Jacob Lozano over to second base, Keane Spoto. At first base, Will Burke. Behind the mound, Vincent DeCarlo. And on the mound, Aden Knowles.
And welcome to all the YouTubers and Facebookers and other streamers alike to the opening act for Miguel Menendez's Jesuit Tigers. And they're going to send out to the mound Aden Knowles. And if you are an NC State Wolfpack fan, then if you have a handy crystal ball, then you're looking at the Jesuit battery tonight, but in a few years you may be looking at the Wolfpack battery. Both these guys committed to North Carolina State, as is so typical of Jesuit, a roster loaded with college commitments. Vincent DeCarlo behind the plate, Aden Knowles on the hill. He is backed in the infield left to right by Noah Sheffield at third base, Jacob Lozano at shortstop, Dean Spoto at second base, and Will Burke over at first base. In the outfield left to right is Jack Clark, DJ Perella, and Zane Pestalozzi. Aden Knowles, the senior right-hander, 19-time all-tournament performer for perfect game, one-time most valuable pitcher of a perfect game tournament. He will take the pitch and rubber tonight against the Coyotes of Cypress Creek, and they're going to send out there first center fielder Diesel Brown, and after him will be Brendan Timby, the second baseman, Ryan Maggie, the third baseman, first baseman Seamus Gallagher, then Kyla Chance, Dominic Baboni, Everett Burgess, Roman Soltez, and Drew Ferris. So all is right with the world as baseball is back. And we are ready for the first pitch here in the top half of the first inning. Aden Knowles in front of a nice home crowd tonight, albeit a snuggled up crowd, as it is a little bit chilly out here tonight. Knowles all the way to the left side of the rubber, and he'll go into his windup. Kicks and fires, and the first one misses up and away as Diesel Brown, the right-handed hitting center fielder, waits for the second offering, and there it is. He swings and hits it straight up in the air. Sheffield calls off Knowles, makes the grab, and there's one out.
Number 5, Brendan Timby, second baseman.
A swing and an empty hack for Brendan Timby, the second baseman. And there's the hook, and that finds a home in the strike zone for strike two. Knowles enjoys an 0-2 count, and he makes it 0-3 as he makes quick work of Timby with a swinging strike three up at the eyes. And Knowles has his first strikeout of the 2024 campaign. And up steps Ryan Maggie. Ryan, left-handed hitting third baseman, digs in. And Knowles fires a swing and a foul ball. Aden working from the windup. Fires it in there, right in over the inside corner. And Maggie looks at it and finds himself in that same 0-2 hole that Timby found himself in. We'll see how his fortunes lie. And they are identical, copy and paste, swinging strike 3, and that is a nice inning for Aden Knowles, who spends just 8 pitches to throw 7 strikes, 1 ball, and retire the first 3 Coyotes he faces. That's going to end it for the top of the first, 0-0. All right, Parker Berman is going to take the hill for the Coyotes in Cypress Creek. Behind him, we'll have Ryan Maggie at third base, Drew Ferris at shortstop, Brendan Temby at second base, Seamus Gallagher at first. Left to right in the outfield is Roman Soltez, Diesel Brown, and Everett Burgess. And behind the plate is Dominic Baboni. The Tigers are going to send DJ Perella to lead things off, followed by Jack Clark, Vincent DeCarlo, Noah Sheffield, Zane Pestalozzi, Jacob Lozano, Will Burke, Dean Spoto, and designated hitter Justin Marshall, who will be hitting for Aden Knowles. Leading things off is going to be DJ Perella, senior, headed to Florida Gulf Coast University. DJ's been all tournament for perfect game tournaments 17 times and is as good a defensive center fielder as you're going to find, and is a heck of a leadoff hitter as well. Followed then by Jack Clark, Vincent DeCarlo, and Noah Sheffield. So Berman has his work cut out for him early on. A little bit of an intimidating environment for the right-hander, I'm sure, to come to Jesuit and play against the team that went to the state finals last year, won the state finals the year before, and are accustomed to being on the winning side of things, especially here at home. First pitch is low and away and a little bit dusty. Perella watches it, and it's ball 1. Early on here on Jesuit Tiger Sports Network on YouTube and Jesuit Tigers, that's outside, on Facebook, or Jesuit Baseball on Facebook, I believe. A swing and an empty hack on a little bit outside. Fastball. DJ took a healthy hack there. Berman shakes off, and that time he unloads on it but yanks it way outside, and DJ just let that one go. Not much to even tempt him there. It's now 3-1. That one right over the outside corner, and that fills up the count. Couple of strikes, 3 balls, and the base is open. This is the leadoff hitter. Perella fouls away a curveball. He tips it foul, looked like right off the toe of the catcher, Dominic Baboni. And it squirts into the foul territory over there toward the first base side. Jack Clark hustles over to get it, gets it back to the umpire, and ready for the full count offering from Parker Berman. And that is hit for a single. A nice sharp ground ball for DJ Perella between the first baseman and the second baseman, and he has himself his first hit of the year. And Jesuit has their first base runner of the year. That's going to bring up Jack Clark, the left fielder. Jack, a 9-time perfect game all-tournament guy, senior, headed to High Point University. Speaking of high point, that was a little bit upstairs up at the eyeballs. As Berman's still settling in here. 1 ball, no strikes. He's got Perella on first base, who had a full count single to right field. That is hit sharply, and that's a single between the other 2 infielders, between the 5-6 hole. And we've got 2 hitters and 2 ground ball singles into the outfield.
Number 24, Vincent DeCarlo.
And now Vincent DeCarlo is going to come up. Vincent was named the Perfect Game's 2024 Florida Dream Team's best defensive catcher. He's headed to NC State in a couple of years. A junior, has been an 11-time Perfect Game All-Tournament selection. He has a favorable field of view as he has 2 Tigers aboard. He swings and fouls that off to the bank building. Nobody out, bottom of the first inning. And Parker Berman is 10 pitches into this, but he has found himself in a bit of a hole here against this Jesuit lineup. Not where you want to be, having the first 2 guys on and DeCarlo and Sheffield coming up. The 0-1 is a curveball that drifts out of the strike zone into the dirt. Nice block by Baboni. But DeCarlo does not fish, and it's now a ball and a strike. On deck, Sheffield. And there they go. A strike, but an easy stolen third base by DJ Perella. Slid in well under the tag. He got a great jump. And now runners at the corners. 2 strikes and a ball for DeCarlo. DeCarlo bounces it over toward third. It is fielded there by Maggie across the diamond in time to get DeCarlo, who will get an RBI as he brings in Perella.
Noah Sheffield.
That's going to bring up Noah Sheffield. Noah committed to Florida State, 3-time Perfect Game Tournament MVP. And the starting third baseman, he takes a healthy hack and fouls it straight back. That is swung on and drifted just... no, he did catch that. It looked like it was going to drift over the head of the shortstop. But a nice play by Drew Ferris over there to snag that and keep Jack Clark at second base. And to send Noah Sheffield back to the dugout. That's going to be 2 outs. That's going to bring up Zane Pestalozzi, the right fielder. Zane pops that high in the sky to center field. Under it is Diesel Brown, who does not make the catch. And coming around second base, strolling into third base, is Zane Pestalozzi on the E8. Well, Brown looked like he was under, and then he had to drift back to his left at the very last moment, and it bounced off his glove, and that's going to be costly because it's going to end up scoring Jack Clark and putting Pestalozzi at third base.
Number 2, Jacob Lozano, shortstop.
Misses low to Jacob Lozano. And another ball. Gives Jacob Lozano a nice count to work in here. 2-0. Lozano, a 19-time perfect game all-tournament selection. And that is swung on and chopped foul over toward his teammates over on third base dugout. And Berman now has 2 balls and a strike, 2 outs. Needed that third out in the outfield, and he'd have gotten out of this pretty well. That's a swing and a miss on a nice curveball. But that wasn't to be. I know Diesel Brown would love another crack at that one. And knowing this lineup, he's going to get his chance. Swung on, and that's lifted into right field. Giving chase is Everett Burgess. He is not able to catch up to it. It lands past him, over his head, and that brings Lozano to second base with an RBI double. Brings Pestalozzi home and Will Burke to the batter's box. And it's 3-0, bottom of the first inning. Will Burke, a swing and an empty hack on a high fastball from Parker Berman. Parker now 22 pitches into this, 15 strikes, 7 balls. Now facing the Tiger first baseman. That is swung on and fouled back. Thank you to all the YouTube streamers and Facebookers and all the other assorted streamers out there for joining us. Doug Politz here. To my left is the legendary stadium announcer here at Hyer Family Park, Mike Letting. And in the DJ booth is Austin Ford, right? And that is a little nubber toward the shortstop, gloved over there by Ferris. High throw, but able to snag it is Seamus Gallagher, and that retires the side.
In the bottom of the first inning, the Tigers scored 3 runs. They then had 3 base hits. Coyotes scored 1 error, and 1 run was left on. Scored 2-0 over the Warriors.
All right, in that first frame for a Jesuit, that was 3 runs on 3 hits, 1 error, 1 man left on base, and after 1 complete, it is Jesuit 3 and the Cypress Creek Coyotes 0. All right, top half of the second inning, 3-0 Jesuit. And up comes the first baseman, Coyote first baseman, Seamus Gallagher. right-handed hitter against Aden Knowles, who had a beautiful first inning. Did he go around? No. Looked like he almost went around but did not. First base umpire says no, and it is ball one. Aden Knowles in the windup. And he lets it go. That one's high and tight, and that's ball two. Well, NC State is getting a good one in Aden Knowles, and down the road, a good one in Vincent DeCarlo. That one right over the outside corner. Gallagher watches it go by, and it's now 2 balls and a strike. Righty on righty. Just a little off the plate there, and it's 3 balls and a strike. On deck is Kyle Chance, the designated hitter. That one hit hard, and Will Burke has to go off to his right. Don't think he would have gotten the speedy Gallagher if he had gotten that cleanly, because I don't think Knowles was over there before Gallagher was. So that's going to go down as an infield single.
Number 15, Kyle Chance, the designated hitter.
Brings up Kyle Chance. And Knowles misses up and out. A ball and a strike and 1 runner aboard, and that's Seamus Gallagher over at first base after that ground ball single. And he spins that one in for strike 1. Nice change of pace by Knowles, who works from the stretch here with Gallagher aboard. Nobody out, top of the first inning, top of the second inning rather. Another curveball, and that one gets a swing. No contact, so another empty hack, and you got a ball and 2 strikes. And he gets a swing and a miss there on a curveball in the dirt. A nice pitch. I like seeing him throw that multiple times. We know he's got the neighborhood of 90 miles an hour on his fastball, and coming from that tall frame of his, that's a tough pitch to hit. Nice to be able to break off curveballs like that and get him chasing, or even getting him watch it sail right into the strike zone. So 1 away. Top of the second, 3-0 Jesuit here on the Jesuit Tigers Sports Network. That is too tall, ball 1. No Steelers lead over at first base. Only a couple of steps off the base, and there's that curveball, and that, I believe he is 5 for 5 with his curveball as far as getting strikes, whether they're swinging or called so far tonight. Up and in, ball 2, 2 balls a strike, and out, 1 runner aboard. Knowles working with a 3-0 lead. Down and dusty, and that's going to make it 3-1. Baboni swings and misses, and he was quite late on that one. But quite honestly, Knowles has been throwing a lot of off speed, so he hasn't had a chance to really see that fastball in the strike zone like that, and he did not catch up to it. And that time, ooh, just off the inside corner, and that's going to be base on balls for Baboni, who is the catcher, and it looks like he's probably going to get a courtesy runner number 35.
Number 35,
Chase Collagier is going to go in. That is a mouthful to say that name. All right, he's going to run for Baboni, and that's going to bring up Everett Burgess. Burgess, the right fielder. He has two teammates aboard, one out. Good time for a double play ball here. That's a swing and an empty hack. Well, you know Knowles would love to get that and get himself out of this jam. He and DeCarlo not necessarily synced up, and he backs off the rubber, asks him to run back through the sides, and he's got him now with the runner at second. There's that curveball, that ever so reliable curveball so far, and he's got an 0-2 count now. That one down and away. A ball, 2 strikes, 1 out. Top of the second inning. Knowles on the mound, 26 pitches into this, on a little bit of a chilly night tonight. That one misses outside. Couple of balls, couple of strikes. And the 7-hole hitting right fielder Everett Burgess aboard, right-hander facing right-hander Aden Knowles. And nobody going anywhere. There's a curveball that gets him out of a jam. Beautiful. Another strikeout swinging on that curveball. Well, I think Aden Knowles already knows that's going to be something he's going to keep throwing. That's going to bring up Roman Soltez. Soltez, the left fielder and the 8-hole hitter. Fastball just off the inside corner. And you have to pitch there, though. And while he didn't get the call, especially with him having the luck he's had tonight, or the good fortune he's had with his curveball, you need to pitch inside with that fastball. It's going to set up his breaking ball really nicely. That's a fastball lined straight backward into the netting, evening up the count at 1 ball, 1 strike. Perella playing him a little behind this, cheated over toward right field a few steps, straight away and left, straight away and right. Nobody holding any runners on with 2 outs. And from the stretch, he kicks and he fires and he loops that hook in there for another called strike. So a ball and 2 strikes. And that now puts Soltez in a hole. And that is a good-looking curveball. See if he comes back with it. And he does. And he gets himself out of the bind. Nicely done, Aden Knowles, with a swinging strikeout on a curveball. Okay, in the top half of the second inning, no runs, 1 hit, no errors, and 2 men left on base for the Coyotes. After 1.5, it's Jesuit 3 and Cypress Creek 0 here on the Jesuit Tigers Sports Network. All right, bottom half of the second inning, and Jesuit sends Dean Spoto, Justin Marshall, and DJ Perella to the plate to face Parker Berman. 3 runs in the bottom half of the first inning against the Coyotes, and here we go at the bottom of the second inning, and that's a curveball just floated off the plate. Yeah, ball 1. 1 ball, no strikes. Parker Berman, 25 pitches into this. Now that curveball found a home, and it is a ball and a strike against Dean Spoto. 6 times on the Perfect Game All-Tournament squad. Senior starting second baseman. And he swings through a fastball tailing inward, and Parker Berman in a good spot here with nobody out in the bottom half of the second inning. Strike 3 called. And they throw it around, and Spoto heads back to the dugout to bring up number 5, the designated hitter, Justin Marshall. First pitch strike, best pitch in baseball. First pitch strike on a curveball that lands in the strike zone for an 0-1 count, 1 out. And he misses outside there. Again, Maggie, Ferris, Timby, and Gallagher left to right across the infield behind Parker Berman. And Berman kicks and fires, and that is fouled backward. Justin Marshall now with a 1-2 count. One away, nobody aboard, and there's the curveball that gets him swinging, and he's got 2 batters faced and 2 strikeouts this inning. And Parker Berman's found a nice rhythm as he now gets his second run through of this Jesuit lineup. That's going to bring up DJ Perella, who is 1 for 1 with a single through the right side to lead off things for Jesuit. And that one is about a 52-foot ball. It bounced up on the grass before the cutout. Nice snag by Baboni. A ball nonetheless. That one right down the pipe, and I think DJ looks at that and says, man, I think I could have done some damage there, but did not pull the trigger, and it's now a ball and a strike. And instead, he gets the bender, and he swings through it. You got to think Parker Berman is leaning toward coming back with that. He has gotten both other guys on strikes this inning with his curveball, and he's now 1-2 ahead in the count to DJ Perella, who got a single off him last time. That's a fastball that short hops the catcher. And evens the count, deuces wild. Couple of balls, couple of strikes, 2 outs. Nobody on base in the bottom half of the second. That one down and dusty. Ball 3. And the same place that DJ found himself in the first inning, he has a full count against Parker Berman. But this time, Berman comes out on top with a swinging strike 3. So he strikes out the side.
To complete the score, Jesuit 3, Cypress Creek 1.
And an inning that certainly Parker Berman would like copied and pasted. It's no runs, no hits, no errors, nobody left on base, all 3 strikeouts. And we are finished with 2. It is Jesuit 3, Cypress Creek 0. All right, Aden Knowles heads out for the top half of the 3rd inning now. And Cypress Creek sends Drew Ferris, the shortstop, up, who swings and misses on an inside tailing fastball. Knowles 33 pitches into this. Quickly working. Spins a curveball in there for strike 2. And Ferris in an 0-2 hole after about 15 seconds of being in the batter's box. That is hit hard and over the head of a leaping Dean Spoto for a line drive single into right field. Good piece of two strike hitting there.
Batting order, number 11, Diesel Brown, center fielder.
Brings up Diesel Brown, the center fielder, who popped up just to the left side of the pitcher's mound in the first inning. Ferris aboard. Knowles in the stretch. And that is the second hit. Squares around, bunts, puts it down on the right side. That is fielded well by Knowles. And the sacrifice bunt gets Ferris to second base.
Sacrifice begins the runner now coming to plate. Number 5, Brendan Timby, the second baseman.
All right, Brendan Timby struck out swinging his first time up. He lets a ball outside go by. And we have 1 out on the sacrifice bunt. by Brown. That's got Ferris in scoring position. Out at second base, and Brendan Timby, the second baseman for the Coyotes, who swings and pops it up in foul territory. Will Burke over there. He gets it, and that is a second out.
Will Burke takes in for the out, 2 outs to batter number 13, Ryan Mackey, third baseman.
And now 2 away. Ryan Maggie up, left-handed hitter, third baseman who struck out swinging his first time up. Knowles with the empty count, misses outside. Jesuit up 3-0 here, top of the third, in the season opener against the Cypress Creek Coyotes. That's a fastball, inner half, called strike one, and the Coyotes have yet to reach third base. It's the second time they've had a runner at second base, but Knowles has done a good job of keeping them right there. He's now 40 pitches into his inaugural outing of this 2024 campaign. And there's that trusty curveball that bends its way into the strike zone for another called strike. And Knowles in a good spot here with a ball and 2 strikes. 2 out. On deck, Seamus Gallagher. Let's see if he comes back with it again. And he does come back with it again, and he gets a called strike over the outside corner.
In the inning, 1 base hit, 1 runner left on, and 2.5 to score.
Very nicely done there by Aden Knowles to finish out that top half of the third inning, in which the Coyotes have 0 runs, 1 hit, no errors, and 1 man left on base. We head to the bottom half of the third inning. It's Jesuit 3 and Cypress Creek 0 on the Jesuit Tigers Sports Network. Left fielder Jack Clark, who singled to left field his first time up, is going to lead things off here in the bottom half of the third inning for the Tigers. And a curveball sails wide from Parker Berman. Parker is now 39 pitches into this. He's given up 3 runs. And there's a bouncing ball to third baseman, Ryan Maggie, who gloves it, sends it across the diamond. A great short hop snag by Seamus Gallagher to get Jack Clark out on a 5-3 ground out.
Vincent DeCarlo, the catcher.
He's going to bring up Vincent DeCarlo. Vincent, an 11-time perfect game all-tournament selection. And again, the perfect game 2024 Florida Dream Team's best defensive catcher. lets a curveball fall into the dirt. Too tall, ball 2. And DeCarlo's worked the count to his favor. Strong, right-handed hitting catcher, a junior, future North Carolina State Wolfpack catcher. Swings through a curveball there, and he moves the count to 2-1. Tigers need a base runner this inning. And that is chopped foul. Evens the count up at 2-2. Oh, there is no movement from that American flag out there. There's no breeze tonight at all. It is just stooped down that flagpole. That's ball low. Just lying there, not moving at all. So if you're going to hit it out of here, you got to hit it out of here. You're not going to get any help. Full count to DeCarlo. Berman into the windup. And that is hit into right field in the air and again over the head of Everett Burgess. Into second base comes DeCarlo. He's going to round second and head to third. The throw is in time. Do they get him? No, they don't. He head first slides into third base for a triple to right field. Nicely done by Vincent DeCarlo, and he is going to be relieved of his running duties. By Omar Morris. And that's going to bring up Noah Sheffield. And a curveball in the dirt, nicely blocked by Baboni to keep Morris at third base. So Vincent DeCarlo adds some excitement to this bottom half of the third inning with a triple over the right fielder's head. And Sheffield swings through a breaking ball and evens the count at a ball and a strike. That is outside. And yes, folks, if you're watching this on the live stream, you see that characteristic waggle of the bat. Yes, that is Gary Sheffield's son. And he's learned, almost exactly the same rhythm to his preload before the pitch comes. And then he lines that one that hooks foul down the left field line, evening the count at 2 balls and 2 strikes. Here comes the 2-2 from Berman, and that is a called strike 3 on a curveball. He has had a lot of success with that curveball tonight, as has Aden Knowles on the other side. And Sheffield heads back to the dugout, and that's going to bring up Zane Pestalozzi. Now, Zane hit a high fly ball that, in all honesty, should have ended that first inning for the Coyotes, but Diesel Brown out in center field, not able to squeeze it, and that kept the inning alive. That one off the end of the bat like a pool cue, fielded by the shortstop across the diamond in time to get out of the inning.
In the bottom of the third inning, the Tigers got themselves a triple, but they left that runner down at third base. So the score after 2 complete. Jesuit 3, Cypress Creek.
All right, that's the bottom half of the third inning, and for Jesuit, that's no runs, 1 hit, no errors, 1 man left on base. After 3 complete, here on the Jesuit Tigers Sports Network, it's Jesuit 3 and Cypress Creek 0. All right, folks, top half of the fourth inning, Seamus Gallagher, who singled to the right side of the infield his first time up. He lets a curveball fall in for a strike. And Aden Knowles still razor sharp with the curveball tonight. That's a fastball just off the plate. I think DeCarlo thought that was a strike and just quickly threw it back to Knowles and is now a little bit taken back by the silence behind him. There's a curveball bounced over to Lozano at shortstop that goes off his thigh, and that's going to be an error. Kind of an in-between hopper there is going to put Seamus Gallagher on first base.
Number 15, taking a chance. He doesn't need to do it.
All right, Kyle Chance, the designated hitter, now up, and Seamus Gallagher at first base. Knowles fires that in. It's hit in the air to right field. Pestalozzi under it, drifts over, snags it, and gets it in quickly for out number one.
Number 29, Baboni.
One out, Dominic Baboni. Dominic Baboni comes up, the catcher. He walked his first time up. And Knowles kicks and fires, and it's upstairs, ball one.
Thanks a lot. Absolutely.
Here comes the 1-0. That is hit in the air to shallow right field, and nobody's going to get it. Perfectly placed. Right between all three converging fielders, but Gallagher had to wait and see if it was going to be caught. It was close to being caught by Spoto, and he gets thrown out for a force out at second base. And that's going to be the last pitch for Aden Knowles, his 48th pitch of the night. And Knowles, 3 2/3. He faced 15 batters, 16 balls, 32 strikes for his total of 48 pitches. Gave up no earned runs, struck out 6, 5 swinging, 1 called, 2 hits, and 1 walk. First pitch strike percentage 47%, and a nice first outing for Aden Knowles. He will be relieved by Keane Hyer. Keane Hyer, the left-hander, hard-throwing lefty, will take over for Knowles with 2 outs here in the top half of the fourth inning, with 1 Cypress Creek Coyote aboard at first base, and that's Dominic Baboni. Although Baboni has been relieved by a courtesy runner, I'm sure he's the catcher, so do you know who's running?
Children play between 5. Eric Burgess, the right fielder.
I don't know who that courtesy runner is, what his number is, but that was the catcher that got on at first base.
That kid's Oshaway.
Oh, yeah, okay. Chase Collagier running over there at first base. Okay. Ball one to Everett Burgess. A swing and an empty hack, and it's a ball and a strike. That one bounces in there. Nice block by DeCarlo. It's now 2 balls and 1 strike. Two outs. Hyer gets a foul ball back into the net, and that evens up the count. We got deuces wild. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs for Keane Hyer. And off he goes. That is a swing and a miss on what looked like a changeup. Looked like he was totally fooled on that. So Burgess shaking his head on his way back to the dugout after a swinging strike 3. And that is going to be no runs, no hits, 1 error, 1 man left on base in the top half of the 4th inning. And after 3 1/2, it is Jesuit 3 and Cypress Creek 0. Thank you for joining us. I'm Doug Polites here on the Jesuit Tigers Sports Network. You can stream this on YouTube on the Jesuit Tigers Sports Network. And you can also stream it on Facebook Live at Jesuit Baseball on Facebook. Let's see what's new out there. Somebody's going into left field that looks new. No, that might be, I think that's still 21. We're sorting out a few substitutions here, folks. Just bear with us. You get to kind of hear what goes on up here. You probably like it. You know, we got some people on YouTube. Is there a comment section on YouTube? I wonder. No, I don't know. I don't see that. Yeah, there is a little chat bar over there. So if you're on YouTube, why don't you drop into the chat there and say where you're listening from or where you're streaming from. Same with Facebook Live. Let all the other people watch and see where we're reaching grandparents and aunts and uncles and other fans of these Jesuit Tigers across the country. We are going to move now to the bottom half of the 4th inning, and Jacob Lozano is going to lead things off for us. Lozano with a double to right field. Last time up, he lets a curveball fall short for ball 1. Now, he hit that fly ball that was kind of to right center, more toward right field, that Burgess was not able to get to. Went over his head, and he had a double. And now, batting 1,000 for the year is Jacob Lozano, who swings and misses. It's now 1 ball, 1 strike. 3-0 Jesuit, bottom of the 4th, right at 1 hour playing now. That looked like a changeup that fluttered in there but did not convince the umpire that it was over the plate, so it's 2 balls and a strike. Parker Berman's still in. He is 55 pitches into this. And Lozano awaits. He lets it go, and it is outside. 3 balls and a strike. That is hit straight up in the air to shallow left center field. 3 men converging, and it is caught by left fielder Roman Soltesz. On the run, and then he topples and tumbles onto the turf there. A great effort by Roman Soltesz to get to that one on a dead sprint. Nicely done.
Number 8, Will Burke, first baseman.
And ball 1 to Will Burke, who grounded out to shortstop his first time up. And the Tiger first baseman stands in, awaits the 1-0, and that is lined sharply into left field for a single. That is fielded and relayed in very quickly, but nice base hit for Will Burke. Probably the hardest hit ball of the night so far. And that puts him at first base, and that brings Dean Spoto up. Dean called out on strikes his first time up, now with a chance to get another crack at Parker Berman. That is a fastball just off the inside corner, and ahead in the count goes Dean Spoto, 1-0. That one too tall, and it's ball 2. Spoto set to be followed up by Justin Marshall, the designated hitter, and then back up to the top of the order with DJ Perella. Spoto lets that go in the dirt, and now it's 3-0. Senior, 6-time perfect game all-tournament selection. And Berman delivers over the outside corner, and it's now 3 balls and a strike. And there is some activity out in the bullpen, just some jogging around out there for the Coyotes. Nobody throwing yet. And that is ball 4 in the dirt. A hustling Dominic Baboni blocks it. Nice effort from Dominic. Didn't have to block that, but still did, and you always like to see that. And there's going to be a big conference on the mound, probably to let the bullpen get a little bit of time to get loose out there. As Berman has 2 men on, only 1 out here in the bottom half of the 4th inning. Berman 64 pitches into this. He's thrown 38 strikes and 26 balls.
Designated hitter number 5, Justin Marshall.
Infield in at the corners. And do you have your designated hitter bunt? No, you don't. Takes ball outside. If I know Miguel Menendez, he's not going to have his DH bunt. Full hack from Justin Marshall, and that is a swinging strike 1. A ball and a strike. Again, 2 men aboard at first and second. Will Burke, who singled, and Dean Spoto, who walked. That is hit hard and high and deep to left field over the head of Roman Soltesz. Around third comes Burke. He'll score. Spoto stops short at third base, and a nice picture-perfect double from Justin Marshall.
Number 9, DJ Perella, the center fielder.
That is now 4-0 Jesuit. 2 men on. DJ Perella up. That's a ball down in the dirt, well blocked by Baboni. Again, DJ. All tournament perfect game events 17 times, going to Florida Gulf Coast after graduating in a few months. And DJ sees one come down the middle. He lets that one go. It's now a ball and a strike. And he's well calibrated, ready to go now. And he swings, but he lifts that one up in the air. It's shallow right field. In comes Burgess, who makes the snag, fires it into home plate. Spoto stays at third base. And that's going to be a fly out to right field. Just not quite deep enough to score the run. And Spoto holds up, and so does Marshall at second base. And that's going to bring up Jack Clark. Clark with a single to left field and a ground out to third base. Ball outside, and if Berman is able to get out of this with just one run, he will have done himself proud, as it looks like he's got a left-handed teammate out there warming up in the bullpen. There's a strike, and it's early in the season, so I would imagine Berman, who's now at 72 pitches, is probably facing the last of his hitters if he can get Jack Clark out. Well blocked by Baboni, but down in the dirt and a ball nonetheless. 2 balls a strike, 2 men in scoring position, 2 out, and a 4-0 lead. 1 across already this inning. Certainly it would bust things open if Clark can plate these 2 runs. That one down and dusty, and it gets through the legs of Baboni, but Spoto not going. 3 balls and a strike. On deck, Vincent DeCarlo, followed by Sheffield. So Tigers really set up to do the most damage they've done tonight if Clark can get aboard by hook or by crook, no matter what he does here. If he walks, gets on by error, he hits it high to center field. Diesel Brown gives chase, and he makes the catch, and that's going to end the inning. About a 370-foot out for Jack Clark.
In the bottom of the 4th inning, Tigers scored 1 run. They did it on 2 base hits. They left 2 stranded. The score now 4-0 after 4.
All right, in the bottom half of the 4th inning, Jesuit with 1 run, 2 hits, no errors, and 2 men left on base. We are through 4 complete, and it is Jesuit 4 and Cypress Creek 0. You are listening and watching the Jesuit Tigers Sports Network. Okay, Keane Hyer stands on the bump to actually start his first inning. Came in relief last inning of starter Aden Knowles. He will start off taking on Roman Soltesz, the left fielder, who has struck out swinging. And he swings and misses here. That is swung on and hit straight back into the concrete facade back there. Comes right back to Vincent DeCarlo, which, as we know here, is the way that concrete works back there, and it's great advantage to the Jesuit catchers. They know it's going to come right back to them, so they don't turn around and chase it. That is a hard fastball, but up and away, and it's now a ball and 2 strikes on Roman Soltesz. And Hyer bounces one in there, gets by DeCarlo. The 2-2 from Hyer. That is chopped down the third base line. They're going to let that go foul. And Sheffield sharply, astutely allows that one to curve foul, as he would have never been able to get Soltesz out at first base by the time that ball dribbled down the line. Mike, is Keane Hyer of Hyer Family Park?
Ray Hyer's grandson.
Ah, okay. So how nice is it to come out and pitch at a park named for your family? You got to enjoy that.
His dad was here and he was on the mound and he started leaving. I said, "What the hell are you doing?" He had to go to the bathroom.
Here comes the 2-2. He gets him, fans him with a hard tailing fastball in, and he gets his first strikeout. No, I think he struck out the last guy of the last inning. Gets a leadoff strikeout here. And that's one away. And that brings up shortstop Drew Ferris, who has singled to right field. And in his second at bat, he swings through a higher fastball. And there is a fastball down the middle, ball 1. I guess it was a little low. That is lined in the left center field. That hits green grass, and that is a single for Drew Ferris. Well, that is a single, a base hit, any level, any field. There's a sharp line drive right over the shortstop's head in the left center field. All right, that's going to bring up Diesel Brown. Diesel, the center fielder, has popped up basically to the pitcher's mound and then sacrifice bunted. That is chopped over to third baseman Noah Sheffield, over to second base, scooped there and across the diamond. Nice play by Spoto to get the lead runner, but then across he was not able to get the speedy Diesel Brown, making his way up the first base line, so it's a fielder's choice. All right, that's 2 away. Brendan Timby has struck out and then popped up foul right by first base. So he is 0 for 2 so far. And the Coyotes' second baseman takes strike 1 from Hyer. Another fastball from Hyer, and he's a good-looking lefty. He's got some zip on that fastball. I haven't seen his off-speed stuff yet. I think I saw a changeup earlier. He throws it off to first base to keep Diesel Brown honest. He's really not too far off first base. Certainly doesn't look like he has a Steelers lead. That one's too tall, and now it's 2 balls and a strike. All right, and with 2 outs and a 4-0 lead, Hyer fires it in there, and that is a high fly ball to center field that is caught by DJ Perella, and that's going to end the inning.
In the inning, there's 1 base hit, 1 runner left on. Hey, folks,
Okay, the Coyotes have 0 runs on 1 hit, no errors, and nobody left, or 1 man left on base. After 4.5, it's 4-0 Jesuit on the Jesuit Tigers Sports Network. All right. Parker Berman will give way after 4 innings to his colleague Colin McGee, a tall, slender lefty with a fastball that's got some zip on it. Now Colin McGee is going to face DeCarlo, Sheffield, and Pestalozzi. Bottom half of the 5th, Jesuit enjoys a 4-0 lead at this point. So DeCarlo has grounded out to the third baseman and tripled to right center field. DeCarlo, 11 times he's been a perfect game all-tournament selection, headed to NC State. When he's done here at Jesuit, first pitch sails outside, ball 1. So now each team has their lefty on the hill. Hyer for Jesuit and McGee for Cypress Creek. A swing and an empty hack for DeCarlo. Right-handed hitting catcher, junior Vincent DeCarlo. That one misses off the plate. Ball 2. 2 balls, 1 strike.
Who's on the mound for them?
Colin McGee, number 33. And he fires up and away. And he moves to 3 balls and a strike on Vincent DeCarlo. Interesting to see people in ski hats and blankets thrown over them here at Hyer Family Park. It's chilly tonight. That is hit high in the air to left field. On comes Soltez, calls everybody off, grabs it, and that's out number 1 and here in the bottom half of the 5th inning. Chilly today, hot tamale. Noah Sheffield up. Noah flew out to shallow left field and was called out on strikes. Noah, the number 16th ranked player in Florida in this 2024 class. He's headed to Florida State to play his college ball. He's been perfect game, most valuable player 3 times, and 16-time all-tournament selection. He lets ball 1 go by. And that is up and out. Ball 2. Colin McGee off the mark there, and he goes 3-0 to Noah Sheffield. And 4 pitches, 4 balls, and Sheffield heads to first base. And he is definitely a threat to steal. Up comes Zane Pestalozzi. Now Zane reached on an error on the shortstop. Sorry, he reached on an error on the center fielder back in the first inning, and then he grounded out to the shortstop. Pestalozzi headed to Campbell University next year. Senior right fielder. A big hack, but an empty one, and it is ball 1. It is strike 1, 0-1. And Noah Sheffield not going yet. But you know he's itching to. And off he goes. And they don't make a throw, as Baboni loses the handle on it. He wouldn't. It just didn't look like he was going to get him anyway. So it is now 1 ball, 1 strike. And there he goes. Steals third. Overthrown to left field, and Sheffield then comes home on the overthrow. Pestalozzi, a ball, and he moves the count to 3-1. 5-0 Jesuit over Cypress Creek now, and you see the pressure Sheffield puts on you. He stole second, stole third, ends up with an overthrow to left field, and he scores. So all the while, Pestalozzi never swung the bat, I think once on a foul ball, and Noah Sheffield covers 270 feet and adds another run to Jesuit's tally.
Number 2, Jacob Lozano, shortstop.
So Lozano, the shortstop, comes up with 1 out. He has doubled to right center field. He has flown out to shallow left field. And this is his 3rd crack at the Coyote pitching staff for the senior shortstop. Ball low and away. Lozano 19 times he's been named all-tournament in perfect game events. That's pretty good. 19 times, jeez. All right, off you go, Pestalozzi. They make a throw, but nowhere near in time. He got an excellent jump. Pestalozzi, speedy as he is, he got a great jump, went head first into second base, and was already popping up by the time the ball got there. That is outside, and McGee misses the mark, goes to 2-1 to Lozano. That is hit high in the air to left center field. It lands at the warning track, hits the wall. Around second goes Lozano, who comes sliding headfirst into third base, and he's got himself an RBI triple, and Jacob Lozano with 2 extra base hits here tonight. Nice swinging from Jacob.
Rob told me it's going to be a short inning. Maybe we'll score another 4 runs right here in the bottom of the inning to know it. Number 8, Will Burke, first baseman.
All right, 1 out here in the bottom half of the 5th inning, and it is now 6-0 Jesuit. Will Burke fouls it straight back. I mean, Lozano got into that one. It was high in the air out there to left center field. Bounced once, hit the fence, and he never hesitated for a moment. Turned on the burners about midway between first and second base, and he was looking 3 all the way. That is a bouncing ball. It got by Baboni. Yes, it did. It went right through his legs, went back to the backstop. And that's going to be a... it is ruled a pass ball. And that now makes it 7-0 Jesuit. That is slashed foul. Still 1 out. 7-0 Jesuit, bottom of the 5th. And Will Burke at the plate. Colin McGee has not had very good fortune since he came in. And he bounces another one in there. Just off the mark right now. He's probably a little frustrated as well. It has not gone his way since he got out there last inning. 2 balls, 2 strikes. And that's hit high in the air to shallow right center field. Who's going to catch it? It looks like a center fielder. Diesel Brown calls everybody off and makes the grab.
Second baseman, number 1, Dean Spoto.
All right, 2 outs now. Dean Spoto comes up. He has gone down on strikes and walked. And that one is hit hard to left center field, and nobody's going to catch it. It's going to roll all the way to the fence. Brown grabs it, fires it into the shortstop, who cuts it off, and there's going to be a line drive double for Dean Spoto. And that brings up Justin Marshall. Justin has gone down on strikes and doubled to left field. And I'll tell you, this, we say it every year, this is about the pattern that kind of these games tend to go. When you don't match up necessarily really well against Jesuit's team, the visiting team will often kind of hang around till about the 4th or 5th inning, and that 2nd or 3rd time through the Jesuit lineup. And then once they get beyond their starter, a lot of times Jesuit will get into that bullpen and just open things up, and that's exactly what we're seeing here. Now 2 balls, no strikes to Justin Marshall. And after him, it's back to the top of the lineup with DJ Perella and Jack Clark again. That is popped up foul, but in play, and it is grabbed by Seamus Gallagher, who does, in fact, make the catch. It almost looked like he grabbed it and his glove hit the ground. I couldn't tell if he bobbled it into the ground, but he made the catch, and that's going to end the inning.
And the Tigers stranded one. So the score now after a complete Jesuit 7, Cypress Creek game.
All right, in the bottom half of the fifth inning, it is Jesuit scoring 3 runs on 2 hits, 1 error, 1 man left on base, and we are now through 5, and it's Jesuit 7, Cypress Creek 0. Keane Hyer is going to be relieved, and let me get you some information on his reliever. All right, Keane Hyer faced 5 batters, an inning and a third, threw 7 balls, 12 strikes, struck out 2, both swinging, gave up 1 hit, no runs, walked nobody. He will give way to number 15, Reed Biemiller. Right-hander Reed Biemiller. Here in the top half of the 6th. Another hard-throwing righty.
Now pitching number 15, Reed Biemiller.
First base is 31 now, Robbie Santana.
Playing first base is number 31, Robbie Santana.
Is that Ryan Thompson, number 22 at second base?
That's Kate Whitner.
It's 32. Sorry.
Playing second base with Kate Whitner.
First pitch, foul ball to left-handed hitting Ryan Maggie. Ryan has yet to put it in play. He struck out both times up. There's a nice sharp breaking curveball, but it lands a little bit low. And Biemiller evens up the count, 1 ball, 1 strike to Ryan Maggie, the Coyote third baseman. That is hit way up in the air, straight up. It looks like DeCarlo's got a crack at it, and he makes the play. Great catch as it was just drifting and drifting off toward the first base line, but he played it exactly as you're supposed to, turning his back to the field. Nicely done, Vincent.
Number 29, Seamus Gallagher, first baseman.
A swing and a miss on Seamus Gallagher, who has singled and reached on an error. And Biemiller kicks and fires, and that is slashed foul right at his teammate in the on-deck circle, Kyle LaChance. And it's now 0-2, so he's way behind the fastball of Reed Biemiller. And he once again is behind it as the empty hack gets a swinging strikeout for Biemiller. And it's 2 away.
2 outs. The batter is the designated hitter for the Coyotes, number 15, Kyle LaChance.
All right, Kyle LaChance has struck out swinging and flown out to right field. There's a curveball right in for strike one. And when you've got that zip on the fastball and you can come in with a curveball like that, you can have a lot of success. And that one right in on the hands. Slow roller over to Wechter at second base, who makes the play. Across to Robbie Santana for the 4-3 ground out. All right, Colin McGee, through one inning, faced 7 batters, gave up 3 runs, all of them earned, no strikeouts, 2 hits, and 2 walks. He will give way to right-handed teammate, I believe it's number 41, Aden Hendershot. And he will face the top half of the Jesuit order here in the bottom half of the 6th inning. And if things continue to hold true, this will be the last frame for Jesuit offensively, as they are 3 outs away from an opening night win here at Hyer Family Park. A chilly night here on Himes Avenue. A lot of people bundled up, ski hats and jackets and hoodies and blankets, and a nice late February evening here. Clear as a bell, no wind at all. And this crew looks like it's going to have a good season. Jesuit has good pitching. Seems like a little bit faster team than in the past. Several base stealing threats in this lineup. Don't know on the power hitting. A lot of extra base hits in the gaps tonight. So I guess you could say on that front, Jesuit's got a rosy outlook as far as offense goes. There's a ball 1. But, you know, if you can score runs and pitch well and play defense, you can beat a lot of teams. And here comes DJ Perella, who has singled, struck out, and flown out. And he takes ball 2. And Aden Hendershot, tall, stout right-hander, works from the stretch. Now that one too tall. Here in the bottom half of the 6th, nobody out. DJ Perella up with 3 balls and no strikes. Not ideal if you're the defense. And there's ball 4. It's going to bring up Jack Clark. Jack has swung it well tonight. He has a single to left field, a ground out to third base, and then a long fly out to the warning track of center field. Sorry, this is not Jack Clark. This is going to be Jack Ernest. Ernest takes ball 1. All right, so Jack Ernest is going to took over in left field from Jack Clark. No stolen base, as DJ Perella, with a huge hefty lead, does not take off running with a 7-run lead. Not surprising. 2-0. Ball high, 3-0. Pretty quiet here right now at Hyer Family Park. Yeah, I know. It's like Tommy stopped and locked the door. There's a walk.
Number 24, Vincent DeCarlo, the catcher.
All right, Vincent DeCarlo comes up with two teammates aboard. Technically a swing away from ending this thing, but he's grounded out, tripled to right center field, and flown out to left field. He has Perella at second base, Ernest at first, and ball one.
Doing good, kid. That's 9 straight. No, nine. 4 and 4 is 8, and 1's 9, right?
Ball two. All right. Jimmy DeCarlo up in Greenwich, Connecticut, watching his grandson Vincent play on our live stream. Thank you for posting that for us on Facebook Live. That is a swing and a tip foul right off the end of the bat. 2 balls and a strike. Oh, I thought he tipped it. He didn't tip it? Just a swing and a miss. Never mind. Okay, it's just a straight up swing and a miss. It works because it allows the guys to move to the next base.
I guess you got to call it a wild pitch.
That is hit hard to left field, but caught by Roman Soltes, who quickly fires it in. Great play out there. I mean, if Vincent hits that 2 feet in either direction from where he hit it, then it clears the bases and he's sliding into third base. Tough break on that one, Vincent.
Number 10, Noah Sheffield. I'm going to call it. He's pushing on the left field marker. We're going to go home.
All right, 1 out, and Noah Sheffield misses pitcher misses inside and high, ball 1. He has flown out, gone down on strikes, and walked. And a curve ball that doesn't do much curving. It just kind of stayed up there, allowing Noah to just kind of duck underneath it. And it's now 2-0, right where Noah wants him. Very close to hitting him. And it's now 3-0. Okay. And that's ball 4, so the bases are loaded. We're going to have a pinch hitter for Pestalozzi. And it looks like we're going to have another pitcher as well. So our pinch hitter looks like it's Jackson Thomas. And yep, he's going to make a pitching change. So Hendershot essentially works 1/3 of an inning. And strolling in for the Coyotes is right-hander number 23, is it?
What is he, Austin? 14 or 24?
What's that?
Pitcher, 14 or 24?
He's number 23, Sean Rodeffer. 23. Sean Rodeffer comes in.
Sean Rodeffer on the mound.
And he is going to be facing Jackson Thomas. And we'll have another pinch hitter as well. I can't make out that one. But as of now, bases loaded. Bottom of the sixth. 7-0 Jesuit, 1 out. And so, high school rules being what they are, if you clear these bases, basically Noah Sheffield at first base is the winning run. Let's see if we have anybody else we can. We've had 68 people view on YouTube. Let's see about Facebook. I don't think we get any insights from Facebook. All right, Jackson Thomas comes up. Swing and a miss.
Brody Smith will be a pinch hitter.
Another swing and a miss. And Jackson Thomas now 0-2. Ooh, that one too tall and inside. I can't really tell. The bat was up. I think he's calling it a foul tip because it must have. No? Okay. Just a wild pitch. And Perella comes in to score. Okay. Well, it is 8-0 Jesuit. That is a foul ball, a hefty hack from Jackson Thomas. It's 1-2. 2 men in scoring position. That is hit high, way up there, but it is curving foul, and it hooks out of play well over the left field fence, but foul. So straighten that one out, Jackson, and you got yourself a walk-off home run. That is a curveball in the dirt, a wild pitch. And both runners come in. That does it. So it was a curveball in the dirt, got away from Baboni, and deflected toward Jesuit's third base dugout, and he couldn't find it, and both runners able to score. That does it, folks. That is going to end the game on a wild pitch.
Big night to honor the 1994 state championship team, their 30th anniversary. Coach Scott probably be back with a number of players from that era. So once again, be here early to enjoy the festivities. Also tomorrow evening we got some junior varsity action. We'll take on Inspiration Academy tomorrow evening. Thanks for coming, folks. Stay warm. Good evening.
Okay, folks, that's going to do it. It is a final of 10-0 Jesuit. The Tigers start off the 2024 season with a mercy rule win over the Cypress Creek Coyotes and a shutout win at that. So Jesuit let's run through this. Jesuit had 10 runs on 8 hits, 1 error, and 5 men left on base. Cypress Creek with 0 runs on 3 hits, 2 errors, and 5 men left on base. Winning pitcher is Aden Knowles, who gets his first victory of the year. Aden with 3 2/3 innings pitched, 15 batters faced, striking out 6, giving up 2 hits, no runs, walking 1 Coyote. He was then relieved by Biemiller and Hyer. Hyer coming in first. Each pitching an inning, Hyer pitching an inning and a third. So, folks, offensively, starting lineup, you had 2 hits from Jacob Lozano, both extra base hits. And you had Justin Marshall had a hit, Dean Spoto, Will Burke, Vincent DeCarlo, Jack Clark, DJ Perella, Jack Ernest. So a solid win tonight for Jesuit Tigers. Thank you, everybody, for joining us here on the live stream on the Jesuit Tigers Sports Network. We will have this going again Friday night for the 30th anniversary of the state championship 1994 version of the Jesuit Tigers, and they'll be back to celebrate the 30th anniversary with their coach, John Crumbly. Thanks again, everyone. This is Doug Polite. See you then.